I suddenly feel so good-natured.
Okay, here's a look at NewAge 66 Bombur, which is their version of a legend scaled Gears, and H68 Bombur, which is their version of a legend scaled Swerve. So here you could see the front of the box. It's a nice packaging design. Back of the box, this is cool. You get that scene, I think that's from season 3 episode 5, yeah, with all those mini bots fighting Triptychon. And then the side of the box, you get a product image here of Swerve or Bombur, and the other side you get product images of Bombur or Gears. And the top of the box, they always do that nice transformation sequence, and the bottom transformation sequence for Swerve. So that's a look at the box, and here is a look at the figures. Okay, first let's take a closer look at Gears. And you could see I already put him in a nice dynamic pose, and here's the accessory it comes with. He comes with his handgun, which is the white one with the wings at the end. So yeah, this is really nice. And then let's take a look at their version of Swerve. So here you could see what he looks like with his accessory. He has the gray gun. So these are all very tune accurate. I'm going to do my best to try to keep my videos short. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this 2 parts. So part 1 is going to be about Gears. So we're going to have to say goodbye to Swerve for now. And so Gears, let's just straighten him out so you can see the articulation. For a Legends scale figure or a mini masterpiece, NewAge always does an amazing job. So first, look at that nicely sculpted head. And in terms of the articulation, look at it. It can go up, can't really go down, but I think that's all the versions. And it can actually turn side to side, and you can't see, but it's just a teeny weeny little bit confused dog look. And then look at his arms, very tune accurate. I'm very familiar with this. I mean, I did my study drawings of Gears, and my drawing of him, so I know what he looks like. But the shoulders are on a ball joint, so you can see it can go forward, back, out to the side. And there is a shoulder joint, so well, that's actually bringing out his chest. But yeah, there's a full range of articulation there. You do get bicep swivel. You do get a elbow bend that goes past 90 degrees, so that's awesome. And then you do get a fist rotation, which is, all of this is tight because of the tolerance from the paint. And then his waist, he does have waist rotation, and he does have ab crunch. And his spread his legs, arms out, and his legs, yeah, it's, you kind of have to hold the ab crunch just to articulate the legs forward on that cool design for the hips, so they can go forward and they can go back. It is a tight tolerance, which is good, and hopefully it will loosen up, you know, after using it a few times. And then it can go out to the side, and then he does have a 90-degree knee bend. And then his foot is on a double hinge, so you do get an ankle rocker and no toe tilt up and down, or unless you want to use part of the transformation to tilt his toe down, but that kind of doesn't make sense. So overall, for such a small legend scaled figure, for all the amount of articulation This is really amazing. That's just typical of NewAge, but also the quality of the plastic. Look at the nice shine from the nice paint finish. And there are other extra things such as the transparent blue for the window. So they always go all out. Oh, and the nice Autobot symbol there. I mean, yeah, I think he needs it. So yeah, you could see this is really nice. And Gears actually does come with another accessory. He has that welding thing, you know, from that episode where he was, you know, when they took out his chip. So let's take out his hand. Well, actually, let's just take out his whole hand here, because he did have it in his right hand, and then you just simply tab that in, and you could see you can get some cool poses out of this, you know, when he was welding. And then he obviously took Optimus Prime's request. He thought you never ask, and then he turns over and he blasts that thing. So this is cool. You can get a lot of cool poses out of this. And there is one little issue, and hopefully that's just on mine. I mean, maybe you saw it a few times. You could see this tolerance here is not very good. It's very loosey-goosey. But it does have a feature where you can open it up. So you can see they did sculpt in the detail there to get his personality chip. And you can't really see it, but there is a little metallic blue paint in there. So that's nice. You know, obviously this pin here doesn't look very good, but you have to take into consideration how small this is and the fact that they still did that. Yeah, this is really, really amazing. So that's a look at Gears in robot mode. And now for some comparisons, let's bring out some of the other mini bots so you can see what these guys look like all together. And I'll tell you, this is what makes this set look so much more amazing, because now we have a complete set of all of the Season 1 mini bots. So here you could see what these guys look like all together. This is really cool. I don't really know what else to say now after this, because you know, this is just kind of like the NewAge Dinobots. There's something that feels really good once you have a completed set. And this is no different. Now I have a complete set of all of the Season 1 mini bots by NewAge. And here I'm just taking my time going around so you could see what this all looks like, so you can appreciate this. Because this, yeah, like I said, I'm lost for words, because I don't know what to say. I'm just very satisfied now with all of this. So that's a look at these guys all together. And let's just do one more comparison. Let's see if I can do it really quick, because I'm sure some people are curious to see this. How does this compare with Magic Square? So yeah, I'll just let you guys see what it looks like all around, and you can compare. And first, as always, Magic Square is always going to be taller than NewAge. And then NewAge is going to have that nice premium paint finish. So, you know, it looks, you know, I don't want to say better, but, you know, obviously the paint does look nicer. It's kind of like a car, you know, when it's nice and waxed, as opposed to a dirty car that was not washed and waxed. So something like that. And then the other difference, the quality of the plastic here is much better you know, than this one with the gummy. But I told you the gummy plastic here is actually helpful for the complicated transformation they use with all the bending the plastic, which you can get away with this type of plastic. But here with NewAge, their engineering design on NewAge is always really amazing. And the paint, it's kind of like Fans Toys, gives it that extra friction that it needs. And what else? What other differences? Oh, some things here, like you have the painted metallic window. Here you get the nice transparent window, which just, gives it that nice premium look. And then I can get into all the little details, such as the gun is very tune accurate. Here, this is not, and you could see the pins, so they try to incorporate some, storage and alt mode, which is cool, but it compromises the look. So I think this actually looks a little bit better. And then they both do have, the chest that does open up. And maybe that's good that this is happening, because this is one of the difficult things with the Magic Square, the tolerance of things. So, you could see that, it looks like Magic Square, looks obviously better. But you have to take into consideration this is bigger, and this one, honestly, I think, like I told you with design, there's always a lot of different ways to do things, and I think NewAge could have designed that a little bit different. But they did actually put in some details in there. So they both tried to achieve that, and I didn't bring out all of the accessories, and I don't remember them all off the top of my head. But one of the cool accessories Magic Square came with was the, alternate face. So he's happy and grumpy. And unfortunately with NewAge, given how small this is, you don't have that. So you just have to take those things into consideration when you're comparing the differences between the two. But I'll tell you, in short, both of these are actually pretty good, and since I'm collecting both NewAge and Magic Square, it's nice to have them both. And now Magic Square just needs to catch up with NewAge with giving us all of the remaining figures that are not made. So that's just a comparison. And now we can transform Gears to his alt mode and take a look at that. Okay, here's a look at Gears in his alt mode, and let's take a closer look and appreciate all the nicely sculpted detail, the little die cast there on the wheels, the nice transparent blue windows. Look at the way they, handled the scope here, the rim on the wheels, the step to get in the car, the accurate top, forgot what you call that, the sun roof or something. Yeah, so they did a really nice job. And let's compare this with the animation models, so you could see, they did a nice job, except, I was telling you the canopy here, it should be a little bit more curved, but overall they did a really nice job on this. So this is a great figure. And transforming it, if you saw, my transformation videos, it's actually pretty easy compared to the other ones. So now let's bring out the other ones. And now let's get a nice little group shot here. Here's next to Bumblebee. And you can see how he scales with Wind Charger and Huffer and also Cliff Jumper. And I want to make a couple of comments here. It's a lot of work to actually take the time to transform all of these. And so I actually tried to enjoy taking a lot of time remembering how to transform each one. But one of the points I wanted to make is some of them, like the Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, I think the engineering is just way too complicated. And I'll just tell you, it's kind of like trying to create puzzle pieces and then trying to figure out how to put the puzzle pieces together. It's a little bit involved, but at least, there's no bending plastic over plastic that's causing prone to breakage and stuff. So these are really complicated. And then the Wind Charger and Brawn, they're also a little complicated, but not as complicated as Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. And then before Gears, there was the Huffer, and this one actually was really easy, just like the Gears. And that's good design when you keep them simple. So I just wanted to point that out, the transformation, the differences between these. The earlier ones, they are really complicated to transform. And then the last two new ones, Huffer and Gears, they're actually much easier. They're simpler. So I don't know if NewAge is going to do this, but I think we need a 3.0 Bumblebee, because I think they should redo that, especially when you think of the Dr. Wu version, which is smaller, and that was done really, really well. So anyways, here's a look at all of these guys, and yeah, it just feels good to have a complete set. So now let's get these guys out of the way and let's do the other comparison, which is next to Magic Square. So again, I'm just going to repeat myself. Magic Square is always a little bit bigger, and NewAge has that nice paint finish, which gives it more of that premium look. And then just the way they handled some of the details, like the window. I was telling you, the nice transparent window. Here they painted a metallic blue, which is nice. And look at the dome here, the canopy, it's curved, which this one is a little bit more tune accurate. But now that we're looking at the car, you could see that what I was telling you, it's almost like a car. This one looks like it's been nicely washed and waxed. And this one looks like it's missing the paint and it's a little dirty. So yeah, there's the difference. And then the engineering, the transformation, this you saw is really easy. But this one, man, I spent the time, trying to remember, trying to figure it out. And, I think I'll just say this with Magic Square. I'm just going to call them parts former or panel formers. Because, yeah, there's just so much involved here. There's all these panels you need to open up. It just becomes this big old mess. And then you have to close it all back up. But it does clean up well. That's what Magic Square does. They do clean up the figures really well. It's just to get there, it's, yeah, you got to go through a lot. And I'll just say, at least... it's, both of these, they're not like X-Trans bots where you have to be really careful. Otherwise, you might, break something. But anyways, this is a look at Gears in his alt mode. And I'm just going to end it here so I don't take up more of your time. This is really a great figure. And if you have these, then I'll tell you, you obviously need to get gears if you have these other figures, because the one thing I'm really happy about is now this set is complete. We have all 6 mini-bots from Season 1 by NewAge.
Wouldn't you know it? Every time I get set to lube my cable relay, something happens.